this very moment. He's got a busy schedule, and actually he's getting ready to come to a U.S. tour, including Chicago. He's going to be playing in Chicago on the 15th of October.
15th or 16th?
16th. Oh, thank you. I just screwed that up by saying that. Sorry. On the 16th. That's a Sunday. If you want to know about it, go to janetkuypers.com. If you want to know how to spell my name, I put it on a stupid folder. Or you can go to howmanworld.com as well. I have music from him in a number of pieces, and the only video I had of him was from the last time he was in Chicago. So I thought I'd play that for you. You're going to hear a number of pieces, including the first piece off of this was off of our first and probably only CD set called Burn Through Me, with his paintings in the background. So I hope you enjoy. Seems to be no volume. This should be playing. It is in, isn't it? The Confederates are winning the battle, but I know the North will win the war, and all they'll get is a ravaged battlefield. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I am tired of fighting for him. What I want is a revolution. So we were walking along Santa Monica Boulevard. We passed a young homeless man, and he asked, "Could you spare $100,000? And I thought, well, of course he won't get it. But of all the places in the world, this is the only place where he could actually get away with asking for it. At our annual garage sale this year, all these old couples came walking by. They were from the Russian neighborhood. They could barely speak English. They would pick up an iron. How much? $4. 50 cents? No. It was a warm Indian summer day. We were all clad in shorts and sunglasses. They would point at an iron, a toaster, a blender, all for $1? No. And all the old couples wore raincoats and scarves wrapped around their heads. They would pick up a wine glass. How much? 25 cents. How about 10? Sometimes the understanding travels into the realm of the unknown. All we can do is hope, search, dream, because we'll never find. Sometimes the light is not enough. From the picture window, the snow drizzling down fell effortlessly, silently. I wondered if outside it was as quiet as it looked. The snow blanketed the grass past the pier his father made last summer out over the lake. Everything glowed in an untouched whiteness. No footprints yet, just falling snow. From the couch, I looked at the larger-than-life snowflakes fall, one after another, all gently gliding down to the ground. I could not look away. And you said, "This is why I like winters. See, you hate winter in the city, but this you watch for hours and don't get tired of. This makes you smile. This you don't hate." I've seen her this way so many nights before. She's on the recliner during primetime television, and she just can't stay awake any longer. And she's sound asleep asleep and the television's blaring. And so many times I've tapped my mother on the shoulder to wake her, or I've raised my voice to bring her back. But this time, I had to kiss her on the cheek. It was my little way of telling her I loved her every day for the rest of my life. I heard last week that you died. I called your office to ask you a question, and the receptionist had to tell me. Of course, I didn't hear it from your family. How would they know to call me? They don't even know my last name and think I was a heathen, no good for you. They, tied to you by blood, never knew I wished for that tie to you too. They never knew I put you on a pedestal. They never knew I made you my God. I went to your funeral today. I wore a veil over the brim of my hat and stayed in the back while they lowered your casket into the ground. When everyone was at your graveside, the minister talked about the ones you left behind. Your parents, your brother, your sister. But what he didn't know was that you left me behind, too. The one that loved you the most. I knew I could never have you in my life, but I needed to know that you were alive so that I could go on living. And the minister spoke of how your family would miss you. And I thought, what about me? What do I do with nothing to love?
I managed to put a few of them together so I could really go on. But I had one piece that some of you may have heard of before. It was actually performed in the Seeing a Psychiatrist show. And it has not only my vocals, but also vocals from now living in Colorado, Jared Smith. But it's music from the homeland of South Africa. This piece is called Last Before Extinction.
Now he has so many opportunities.
Now he has so many opportunities.
He has nothing to lose. Why not come out of the wilderness, attack everything it sees?
Why not come out of the wilderness, attack everything it sees?
Kill something, suck the blood out, make him feel alive for once more. Let them try to restrain him. He has nothing to lose.
Kill something, suck the blood out, make him feel alive for once more.
And for now, he can fly to the highest redwood, look out over the world, despise the world that made him be alone, leaving him alone.
Who will carry his name?
Who will carry his name?
Who will care for him when
Who
he
will
is
care for
old?
him when he is old?
Who can he read
Who
bedtime
can read
stories?
bedtime stories to? And for now, she can feel death creeping upon him closer and closer. He wants to scream. He calls upon nature. The tides rise, earthquakes shatter homes. He does not feel vindicated. He is lost. And for now, she can swim to the deepest, darkest cave in the Pacific, hide from the solitude, swim lower and lower. Can she find where all the other animals from dying species hide? Can she find them? There must be others. They can understand. They can live together at the bottom of the earth. Could they show their pain for their species? Show what is left of their love? Create a new race?
Soon they will be no more.
Soon they will be no more.
And we will be taking their bones
And we will be taking their bones, reassembling them, studying their form, rebuilding their lives, revering them more than we ever did in life.
This is what it all becomes.
This is what it all becomes.
This is what it all boils down to.
This is what it all boils down to. Study the bones.
Study the bones.
Study the mistakes.
Study the mistakes.
Study the bones.
Study the bones.
Thank you all very much.